Well, Desperate Housewives star Felicity Huffman has walked free from prison 13 days after being jailed for her role in a massive college admissions scandal.
But now Full House star Lori Loughlin could be taking a cell as well, facing new bribery charges over Operation Varsity Blues. But they're far from the first Hollywood stars to do time.
From headshots to mugshots, many celebrities have traded their designer bracelets for handcuffs. Robert Downey Jr. spent a year in jail on drug charges. And when Sean Penn was married to Madonna, he served time for hitting an extra on his film Colours. More recently, Lindsay Lohan has been arrested for a number of DUIs. Khloe Kardashian also served time for driving under the influence. One of the most high-profile prison inmates would have to be O.J. Simpson, who served 9 years for armed robbery and kidnapping. But for some celebrities, like Martha Stewart, prison isn't the end of their career, but the relaunch to new fame.
So how do celebrities handle hard time? Well, they hire a professional prison coach.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. John Fuller prepped Martha Stewart before she went into jail, and he joins us now from New York City. John, how did you become what's called in the business, I guess, a prison prepper?
Well, upon my release from prison in 2002, I was a personal trainer. And one of my clients had a nephew who was going to prison for the first time and asked would I stop by his brother's house and speak with his nephew. What I thought would be 30 minutes or so ended up being 4 or 5 hours. The following day, the client gives me an envelope with $1,500 in it. I bounced the idea off of a good friend of mine and then reached out to some friends in Hollywood and also some professional athletes I had rubbed shoulders with over the years. And so all of my clients, generally speaking, came from that particular funnel. And so it's not like I got into the industry just speaking to the average person. It started off as a business, generally speaking, one which involved a lot of individuals who were celebrities. And from there, it went on to preparing criminal defense attorneys with continuing legal education courses and mentoring and things of that nature.
So, John, I mean, yours is a great success story because you spent more than 10 years locked up and during that time you made this vow to turn your life around. So you've come out, you've set up this business. What advice did you give to Martha Stewart before she went in?
Well, the same advice that any other client who was a high-profile person would receive, and that's that when you go into prison, you really want to mind your own business. You don't steal, you don't gamble, you don't use drugs, you don't take it upon yourself to sit on another person's bed because it's an invitation for sexual advancement. In addition, when you're in a low-security prison or if you're in a camp, you don't want to get involved with using cell phones, which may be in existence strictly for using it for criminal activities. So there are a lot of little nuances to entering into the system.
I guess apart from their high profile, what's the biggest concern for celebrities going into prison? I mean, surely they are targeted by other prisoners.
Yeah, sometimes it's a comparison. Inmates have a tendency to do crime comparisons. For instance, you have the young lady, Tanya McDowell, who enrolled her child in school because she was homeless. So there's a state called Connecticut here on the East Coast in the United States. And because she was homeless, she put her child in a school in another county, and she got 12 years. As opposed to Felicity Huffman, who does a crime involving $50,000 and she gets 11 days. So sometimes celebrities are afraid that they'll be judged because of comparison crimes, and that does exist, in addition to being extorted or, being accepted by the other inmates and things of that nature.
Well, John, we must say it's one of the more extraordinary jobs that we've heard. You do a brilliant job. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It's my pleasure, Ali.
And you can learn more about John's coaching in his book, The 10 Prison Commandments.
What a great job. I hope we never have to call him.
I hope we never meet him.
Absolutely.
You might.
I might, yeah.